The impression I get here in the United States is that most people know that what's happening to the Palestinians, especially the ones in Gaza, that what Israel is doing to them, that it is a genocide, whether they want to say it or not. Of course, they say, well, Hamas, what about Hamas? Well, you know what? Israel is not fighting Hamas. They know that if they fight Hamas, it's going to be a long war of attrition. They're going to lose men. They have a leaked war report that says we'll sacrifice the 20-year-olds. But what they've been doing actually since the beginning, but especially right now, they've been attacking the civilians. And I don't see how anybody could not know that. It's been happening for 22 months. They announced a siege at the very beginning. It's been off and on. It's on now. And now we see that even even the doctors and nurses are weak from malnutrition and hunger, and there's no food there. And this starvation as a weapon is a war crime. It's also one of the most immoral things that anybody could do to a populace. And I don't understand how anybody could sit back and just be okay with that. I think what we're going to see happen is after the fact, after it's over, or, that's a terrible thing to say, but after the fact, people will say, oh, wasn't that terrible? Wasn't that awful? And you hear some people say that now, but they're still not speaking up. So as somebody actually threatened me the other day, I was calling for food and water for Gaza, and he was either warning me out of concern or threatening. I mean, there's no end. Once you unleash this idea that you can just get away with really mass murder for innocent people, because they are innocent people. There's no way you can use the excuse of a vote that happened in 2006, parliamentary vote, where somewhere between 30 and 40% of the people voted for Hamas out of frustration with the Palestinian Authority, out of frustration with the lack of peace process and the results of that, and with settler terrorism, and with the occupation that's been going on since 1967. So the people who are being targeted right now probably were not even old enough to take part in that vote. Nevertheless, it's not an excuse for targeting them. This is the worst thing that the United States has been involved with, and we've been involved with some pretty bad things. We made a mistake in getting into 2003 Iraq War. We've made a lot of mistakes. So where are we heading with all this? I'm just calling on everybody to speak out. It may be too late, but don't come later. Don't come 6 months later and say, oh, I was against that, because if you haven't spoken out by now, it's clear, either you don't have the courage or you don't have the morality, because we've seen who does have that, and most of them have been speaking out all along.